Sherman, ready for action. Our riflemen will now
Welcome to another round 3 series. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to watch the whole thing, start to finish. This is game 1. Momo for show versus Korean Army. There's a pretty decent chance that both of these players are fatigued, since one of them had to wake up at 6 a.m. and the other one is up at 3 a.m. at night. West Coast United States versus Korea. So, interesting scheduling situation arising here. Probably the worst case scenario imaginable happening between these two players, but somehow here they are. Hopefully the game won't lag too much between them either. They're on opposite sides of the world. Momo playing as US forces in game 1, Korean Army playing as Oster. We're going to see Momo lock in Rifle Company, which this is the first time I think I've seen Rifle Company in the tournament. And it is not banned. And I'm glad we're seeing it, because so far I've seen extremely diverse strategies. Isn't that kind of fun? I don't think I've seen the same strat twice today. That's gotta be a record for Starcross Cup. Not even seeing the same strategy employed even twice. Except for Scavenge. We've seen a lot of Scavenge. So OKW Scavenge seems to be very popular. But Allied strategy seems to be quite diverse today. So that's pretty fun. And then Oster strategy also quite diverse. I don't know if I've even seen the same Oster commander twice yet.
Area's ours.
MG42 gets vision of those riflemen. They will get suppressed before they can make it to the building. Korean Army trying to time that suppression with him securing the structure, but the riflemen crawled inside a little too quickly and they've got to pull back. MG42 is going to work on them in the structure slowly. The Grenadiers move to a green cover position in the south. They could probably stand behind that tractor. I wonder why he's standing there instead. He won't be capturing the point in the midst of this engagement as a result, but he will win it over time. Those riflemen can't hold out in there forever. Although the MG42 is taking pretty significant damage from the squad inside. Pios rotate out of this engagement towards the riflemen here in the north. Advancing into close range on them. They take very little damage on the approach. And with Grenadiers helping from long range, those riflemen will lose this engagement, be forced to retreat. Riflemen in the house also forced to retreat, so Momo doesn't quite manage to take this engagement. But with his vet rifleman coming out from Rifle Company, he does force that MG42 off the field. Oh,
We lost an infantry unit.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out. We know how extremely devastating a wipe in the first 3 minutes can be. This is exactly what happened to DevM in DevM vs. Paul in Operation Charlie Fox. Almost identical scenario. Same area of the map, same thing happening. A squad of riflemen goes down, and now Momo is behind. And being behind as US forces is just awful. So he's gonna have to find some way to turn this situation around. Owning this house is a good start. Korean Army's gonna go mortar, and that's something he can afford to do now that he's inflicted that manpower loss on his opponent. Momo's gone lieutenant and is queued up an M20. And there's going to be a lot of pressure on him to execute with that M20 and cut off Korean Army before it's too late. Rifle grenade onto the rifleman in green cover right there. Did a little damage, they pull back into the church. Lieutenant moving up towards the munitions flank. And the mortar is firing on this building, so Momo pulls out. Try and bleed these Grenadiers. Here comes the M20. Tier 2 structure is in production in Korean Army's base. Once that completes, they'll be able to get out an AT gun, so the M20 has a window of opportunity where it can put pressure on these Grens. force retreats and try and set up cutoffs. Rifle grenade into this structure on the lieutenant, brings him dangerously low. He won't be able to hold the line for long. I can't believe he's sticking around in that engagement. He's might let that die. Oh, Momo, that needs to retreat immediately. Whew. He's through the north door to try and protect his retreat path, but here they come. And he gets shot in the back of the head, not even close to getting away. But Momo might at least be able to trade 2 squad wipes within the first 6 minutes. Is not good. He will probably get this Grenadier squad in exchange, though. They go down. Korean Army still in the lead, but Momo manages to pick up something.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Then Rifleman trying to get in range on the 222. Scout car versus scout car. Both at very equal levels of health. Momo has set up a cutoff right here, slowing down Korean Army's economy. He's got access to close air support, mobile defense, and elite troops. Kind of an interesting loadout. I have no idea which one he's going to choose, so pretty curious. Momo going with his same build. He has not deviated. He's suffered 2 squad wipes. Despite that, he won't go captain. Not yet anyway. He's getting out that AA half-track to try and counter the scout car.
Enemy infantry! Pour it on! Reinforcements in. Taking fire! Get ready! We're losing a capture point. Half-track, ready for action.
Nice dodge. Dodges the rifle grenade into that house. Only barely, though. And if dodges and retreats look late in this game, I want to reiterate again that they are playing from opposite sides of the world. I hope that they're lagging equally. There is no way that this game is being played in optimal conditions.
Our riflemen now have access to flamethrowers to smoke out the enemy.
Armor-piercing rounds equipped on that machine gun. AA half-track going in on the flank. Nice Faust from way back there. That squad has to retreat. Still no AT gun out for Korean Army, who has just locked in close air support.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
That's everyone! Grenadiers ready!
Enemy forces are securing our territory. The bunker has been converted to an emergency medical station.
We had our reinforcements!
Well, despite Momo's incredibly rough start, where he lost 2 full squads, his decision to go with 2 light vehicles is helping him apply further pressure. He's quiet while he takes control in the south and north. He has all 3 VPs, all high resource points. Korean Army reinforcing and healing in his base, getting out an AT gun, thinking about his next move. If we take a look at kills and wipes, KA is in the lead narrowly. And a squad of Grens has been wiped in exchange for a squad of riflemen and a lieutenant. So pretty even so far, with Korean Army in a slight kill lead and Momo in a huge territory lead. Recon pass comes over the middle. Korean Army a little bit of knowledge about his opponent's positioning. He also activates redistributed resources to give himself some LMGs, upgrading those on his Grenadiers now for his next engagement, sending a large force north,
Captain just
smaller
took the
force
battlefield.
mid.
A
The
capture point
M20 is
under
going
attack.
to defend.
No fucking ends to this! We're getting plastered over here! Earn a promotion! Get hit! Get hit! Fire!
AA half-track defending right is working on the Grens. Engagement mid sees riflemen being forced to retreat away from overwhelming numbers.
They're flanking us!
An AT gun lands one shot on the M20 before rotating backwards to fire on the AA half-track. Perfect. Oh, perfect. I don't think that's going to get away. One more shot. Whoa. Didn't get the line. It was just a little too far south and the hedgerow blocked its fire. AA half-track makes a miracle escape right there. Flamethrower working on flamethrower. Rifleman forced to retreat. Rifle company can be very difficult to deal with on this map. For sure, even though Korean Army picked up 2 wipes in the early game, he's still getting boxed in. Wonder if close air support will be able to save him. He's going to start cranking out more and more LMG grens and laser beaming those riflemen down from range. One of the biggest weaknesses, by the way, of Rifle Company used to be that they would explode all the time.
Is overrunning one of our capture points.
They used to have a really high chance of exploding. Now that flamethrowers can only explode if there's only one model left in the squad, that was like a, indirectly, kind of a big buff to Rifle Company
Our supply lines
in a
cut.
kind of
Germans are making
RNG
a
sense.
push.
This building is destroyed, so neither player can use it anymore for offensive or defensive purposes.
MG-42! Taking flanking fire!
Squad's taking control of the north, 222. Gonna try and rotate back mid and help against this push. 2 of Momo's squads plus the A half track are probably gonna make another attempt at the north VP soon. Some big hits from that pack howitzer, pinning 2 squads from way back here. And I think that's a change we can all agree is good that that's gonna be gone. Next patch, Relic official stream showing a preview of some of the stats are changing around. They're going to try and tone down the suppression of the pack howitzer and ISG significantly.
Battalion just released a major for action.
Major on the field next from Momo as he makes his way towards Sherman's. And Korean Army, having gone close air support, is going to have to survive on AT guns and Panzerschrecks. He's getting his Panzer Grenadiers out now. In addition to a very healthy core of infantry and team weapons, getting elite infantry out. And he actually finds an opportunity to throw some Grenadiers in a really aggressive location right here, shooting down some of those pack howitzer crew members. But he couldn't quite decrew it, and he's still triple capped. He really needs to get a VP under his control. He's running out of time. He hasn't even knocked 1 off the board, and Momo bringing him down to 300 already. And Allied armor is going to start hitting the field soon. There's another redistribute resources to give Korean Army, I assume, access to another LMG. Maybe Panzerschrecks, maybe Teller mines, maybe Strafes.
Promotion just came through! Back to full strength.
We can now. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Knock it off and listen up.
Strafe coming in on these riflemen, but they take cover inside the building. They're probably going to be fine. That doesn't do anything. White Phosphorus coming in on the team weapons forces the machine... Plane crash doesn't hit anything. Machine gun and AT gun taking heavy damage, must retreat. Grenadiers and mortar taking heavy damage, must retreat. Overextension of those riflemen, and they almost get wiped by the Grenadiers here from the south, and Panzer Grens might finish the job. But they do round the corner to safety behind the church. I'm not sure he's going to give up the chase, but he's long gone. It's not going to happen. Rifleman, or captain and rear echelon troops forced to retreat by Korean Army's defensive line right here. That was a huge push, but the white phosphorus wasn't quite enough. He got rid of Korean Army's team weapons, but there was just always one more squad of infantry available to support. The Korean Army's defense will hold. Looks like he's going to try and make something happen against the M20 right here. And here comes the AA half-track as well. With the AT gun cleared, there's a decent chance that's going to get stolen. 5-man rifle squad there. Another 5-man rifle squad coming up in the AA half-track available to protect means that AT gun is compromised. I don't know if the Korean Army can afford to lose that. And he's also about to lose his 222. He's gone. 50 cal on top of the M20 takes it out. LMG Grins and Flamethrower moving up from the south to try and punish this theft. But they're getting suppressed, and there's nothing to get rid of that AA half-track. He doesn't have the CPs for an AT strafe, and even if he did, it might not be enough. So that pack's gone. The Korean Army doesn't plan on getting any tanks of his own anytime soon because he's close air support and he's going to be going with a heavy tier 2 strategy, but losing that AT gun means he doesn't have much to counter to Momo's light vehicles and tanks, which are going to be hitting the field soon. Major's already out and he's got the fuel for a Sherman. There's the Panzerschreck squad. M20 pops smoke right there, I guess. I think one more Panzerfaust will destroy that. It needs to be careful. Pulling back. Fresh AT gun on the field plus Panzerschrecks gives Korean Army a pretty okay amount of anti-tank to work with. Uh-oh. Oh! I wish I had seen that whole engagement. AA half-track had not been sufficiently repaired after that Panzerschreck volley, and the Faust finishes it off, and finally Korean Army gets a lucky break. The first of Momo's vehicles is destroyed. M20 is still being repaired in the south, and now a Sherman is on the way, so if AA half-track was hard to deal with, this Sherman certainly is not going to be easy. Looking for an opportunity against the pack howitzer, he will at least force it to stop firing while it repositions, so that's something. Anti-infantry strafe coming in the north, but it's too late to take that engagement. He had stuck around with that squad instead of retreating. He didn't want to risk it, though. What just got wiped? I missed a wipe. Oh. I don't know. Oh, the captain just got wiped. By something. Not really sure what happened. Pyos recover the bazooka, though. MG42 trying to get aggressive is chased away by the M20, fully repaired. Rifle grenade into the blob. The squad splits going around the haystack, and they are fine. Grenadiers have to retreat. There's the Sherman. Pyos are definitely going to have to retreat. They need to get out of here. That's dead. That doesn't get out now. HE shells both miss, fortunately. And the riflemen completely ignore them as they advance straight up the middle, trying to put pressure on the team weapons up here and various infantry. Grenadiers are well spread and spaced. White phosphorus just got dropped on this AT gun. This could be bad news. The Sherman is making a weird maneuver and will be late to the engagement, though. M20 just took an AT gun shot. If the Panzerfaust or something could get in range. There it is. Panzerfaust connects. It's so low, but he just can't finish it. Oh, an LMG burst killed it on its rear armor. It wasn't even a Faust or anything. It just died. Wow, that was a lucky break for Korean Army right there, and all his AT gun and all of his infantry get away with no losses despite the white phosphorus dealing huge damage. Now he needs to find a way to keep that Sherman from finishing what the white phosphorus started, and those Panzerschrecks should be just what he needs to convince it to back off. So nice series of events for Korean Army. The Sherman will be pushed out of his base. He picked up the M20. He lost nothing, and he's harassing victory point down here in the south. So things are going pretty well. There's a pretty decent chance that he can use close air support to start turning this game back around. It's called in an AT strafe somewhere, I think. I don't know if did anything. That was weird. Oh, it was targeted right there. I have no idea what that was aimed at, though. Missed it.
Fire! My Schützen made a kill!
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
He's dead!
Sherman reveals himself to the Panzerschreck squad, which fires once and immediately retreats. He does not want to take any risks with that squad. Not going to suffer a one-shot wipe and lose those Shreks. He needs them. Only one AT gun. He's got pretty limited anti-tank resources at his disposal, and if his anti-tank strafes don't start connecting,
The
just
enemy
munitions
is
down the
taking
drain.
our territory. We have been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
Hackhowitzer and Ostermortar both doing work
Enemy
this game.
forces are securing our territory.
6 kills on this, but he keeps pinning stuff. 4 kills on the Ostermortar.
We have 200 points remaining.
Kill counts are just not that telling with these indirect fire weapons because it's really more about the damage they inflict and the retreats they force. That's kind of their design. Looking at their vet gives you a better idea of how much damage they've done, but it's still kind of only a vague representation. Big reaction. That looks like a wipe if the Sherman just lands its shot. Top mount gunner might finish it anyway. Wow, that miracle escape. Panzerschreck squads show up. Oh man, he just took engine damage, and there is a big force of Panzerschrecks on its way to try and finish this Sherman off. It just deployed smoke. Crew's getting out to try and repair the engine. That was only 2
We
Shreks.
are losing a sector.
Didn't fire the other squad. Trying to get through the smoke to actually do a targeted shot with an AT gun, but I think that Sherman's long gone thanks to the power of American duct tape. Engine is fixed. Sherman gets away, and another Sherman is on the field working the north, trying to keep the victory points ticking. I don't know. Is it gone? I don't know. I think it just cooked off. There it goes. Nice chasing by Korean Army. Momo couldn't get to safety despite his best attempts. Pop smoke, pop duct tape, doesn't matter. Panzergrens found him and destroyed him. And another play right here by Grenadiers clears the pack howitzer, and Korean Army is taking control of this game. Panzerschreck's on their way to probably destroy that weapon entirely. Or not. Anti-infantry strafe to try and take the engagement. Sherman comes around this direction, but the AT gun is perfectly positioned to chase it away. That squad's got to retreat though, taking too much damage. Rifleman chased off by the anti-infantry strafe. That squad falling too dangerously low. I wonder if Korean Army's going to try and steal this. He doesn't have any
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
real reason to do that. I guess the idea of destroying it just didn't cross his mind, but he could still do so with his AT gun. Like that's what he's doing. Okay, pack howitzer's going to be destroyed. LMG Gren's working on the north. They're going to have no problem against these riflemen. They're done. Cutoff being restored with this MG42, and Korean Army is winning engagements all over the map. Looks like this might be the end. Doesn't look good. Anti-tank strafe coming in on the Sherman. AT gun coming in. AT strafe misses completely again. Sherman is carrying a tree branch with it. Camouflage. Maybe that AT gun won't see me. If I cover myself with leaves. Pay no attention to this push. A little bit of luck right there for Momo. Lucky shot on the AT gun clears it, gives him a break. But Panzerschrecks are moving up from behind. One more shot from anything and that Sherman is dead. Base gun might protect him. No, Sherman destroyed. No hope. No chance. Momo's fuel reserves are exhausted. His infantry forces are shattered. Cannot afford another Sherman. And he has lost the entire map.
We are losing a sector.
Oh yeah, and the tree branch camo. No more tree branch camouflage for that Sherman. Didn't that actually happen in World War II? Soldiers would like strap branches and logs and stuff to their tanks, hoping that that would help. I don't know if it actually did, but I think that's a thing that happened.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Well, that tree branch didn't help Momo any more than it helped in real life. So much realism. Like I was really there in World War II. So immersive. Panzerschreck's gonna grab the VP there in the north. We'll make another desperate attempt for the center VP. But there's just too much available to stop him, and Korean Army has tons of munitions for anti-infantry strafes. And there's not much Rifle Company has to offer that can beat what he's up against anymore. If there's any coming back from this situation. No idea where that just came in. Where was that dive bomb? Oh, it was on the on the cutoff. Killed some rear echelon troops.
Our foes have 300 points remaining. Increase your efforts. Stuka bombers fueled and ready to go. Target destroyed. The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Fast forward so I don't miss other games. I guess I could do that. This is over.
Stuka strafe.
Close air support's so balanced. I don't think close air support is any more overpowered than Rifle Company. Momo lost 2 full squads in the first 5 minutes and still almost won. So I don't know if anybody's allowed to fault Korean Army for his strategy here. Momo sure as hell tried his best to win. Why wouldn't KA? That's my opinion. GG. Korean Army takes it. Let's check out game 2.